Okay, sorry about that, because the SD card was full. I mean, I didn't have one. Now I got one. What was you going to say?
It's SD card.
That's what I said.
What'd you call
SD card.
it? Oh. Okay.
I just said it real fast
Right.
because I was breathing.
Right.
What was you going to say?
About what?
The movie.
It was cool.
I don't think they can hear you.
You know what, lady? Ooh, boy. Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
It's hold the door.
I was getting to that part.
It's hold the door.
I was going to say that, though.
Talking about Us. Cool movie. I liked everybody's character except Winston Duke.
Scooch over some.
Scooch.
So, a little bit more so they can see you.
Oh, boy.
Not
I liked everybody's character except Winston Duke. He was a watered down. His character, he didn't. I'm not even going by black person or anything like
and
that.
I'm going to touch on that part.
I'm just going by him being a man. He didn't really stand up for his family. It didn't seem like it. I mean, sure, he was hitting a leg and
Hurt.
I understand that, but he was whimpering and running more than trying to fight for his family.
Right.
He had his wife, his 2 kids there, and the only thing he was doing was clutching his leg, whimpering, and running away.
The kids was fighting more than he was.
Kids fought more than he was. Lupita's character was a strong black woman. And, of course, all these things are set on purpose, so I get it. It just seemed like...
So why do you think it was set on purpose?
Because that's the way... I think that's the way it can be imagined. I mean, again... Peele put this up to everybody's interpretation. This is just my interpretation.
No, why do you think that Peele wanted to show the black man looking like that, though?
He may not have. You know, that may not have been his thing. But I'm just saying this is how I interpret it.
Okay, so this is how I interpret the whole scenario with the husband. I think that Jordan Peele... Is his name Jordan, child?
Yeah, I think so. Samuel Peele.
I didn't call him Charles. I don't know. I think that he wanted to show the black man in a different light that the majority of movies show the black man.
The myth is just like when he was in the driveway and he was like, y'all want to get crazy.
We can get crazy.
He had the bat and it's like, that's how you would do. I mean, me being a big black man, I would probably use that as like an intimidation factor. You know, okay, I'm just a big black man. I can go out and just use some words and put a little tube behind that. Yeah, I'll probably get a response.
Yeah.
They didn't move.
Right.
And so his next line, and this is all purposeful because remember his next line, he was like, the police are on their way.
He put a whole bunch of bass in his voice.
It was cool. I mean, it was funny. It was cool. And all of this is done on purpose. But it did portray a different aspect of him as, I don't like to just say black man.
I want to say black man because I think in a lot of movies when they show black men, they are pimps, gangsters, drug dealers, thugs.
Just like me.
You are more like that character in the movie, except, babe, I was getting ready to fix that, except for the fact that if something happens, I know that you will fight. I'm not gonna have to stand up and fight somebody when a situation happens. I know that my husband will do that. But I'm talking about as far as corny and that's more funny. You. Like you more corny.
I got jokes.
You're not
I got all that. But
the stereotypical big black man. You're just not.
You see what really I was really kind of disappointed in his actions when he was at the front door. Now, granted, there was another big dude over there with the family, so, and they had 4 of them against one of him, so I can understand you kind of back off or something like that. And he ran the house. That's cool. I can take that. He got hit in the leg, then he started whimpering and everything. That was fine. But later on in the movie, when Lupita's character goes up to the neighbor's house, the neighbors had already been attacked and killed. Lupita takes a swing, hits dude in the head, and they snatch her into the house. Dude saw this. He saw his wife get snatched into the house, and he started backing up.
Back to the car with the kids.
That was the part where I kind of lost. I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take me.
But
I'm going to go out like that.
The part that I did like was how strong they showed Lupita. Like, how strong her character was. Because a lot of times we see black women in movies, and we are the sassy, aggressive, ghetto, neck rolling, popping, finger snapping, best friend of somebody else. But to show Lupita in this extremely strong, ready to fight, down for her family, fighting for her husband, her kids, Lupita carried this movie. I mean, I can only imagine how difficult it was to play 2 totally different roles. And she did a 10 out of 10 on both roles, as herself and as her tether. Lupita hit it out the park. Like, what's the home run better than a home run? Like, what's the one? A grand slam. I mean, oh my gosh. I'm articulate, and I can't even come up with enough praises to give Lupita in this movie. The movie was just great. Okay, so I want to talk about Vanity a little bit in the movie, because that came out with one of the characters getting a facelift, and she was young. Like, I guess they were supposed to be like in their 30s or whatever, and she was talking about getting a facelift. And so when her tether came up from underground and killed her, her tether is even in the mirror, putting on lipstick and smiling and looking all crazy and stuff. And that shows, the culture that we are in now. We have 20-year-olds getting Botox and fillers and all, surgeries, getting their noses reconstructed and all of this kind of stuff at a younger and younger age. We are so vain, and it was crazy. Like, we are so vain that even our doppelgangers are vain. That was one thing in the movie that, like, really stood out. Okay, and so it was a scene in the movie where they showed, like, Hands Across America, and I think Hands Across America was this thing that was done in, like, the 80s, where people were supposed to come together and hold hands, all across the nation or whatever. And so as Americans, we weren't even able to complete that, because people weren't going to be climbing mountains and going in water to, come together to hold hands with somebody. But these doppelgangers were able to do it. They got together. They was like on mountains. They was in the water, because the last scene of the movie just showed like a sea of red people stretched out all through the mountains and in water and everything. And to me, it showed that even though these people, the doppelgangers, were evil and murderous and aggressive, they were still able to come together and complete something that us as humans were not able to complete. And it's not that we weren't able to complete it because we didn't have the strength to do it. We just didn't want to. I mean, we can't even speak to people on the street. Humans. Us. But they could get together and come together and murder all of us because they were tired of living underground, kill us, and do the whole hands across America thing. And we can't even speak to the person that sit next to us on the bus. We can't even look at people. We're so into our cell phones that we don't even see each other. We don't communicate. We don't talk to each other. We don't talk anymore. If we're not talking through social media, if we're not making videos through Snapchat or stories or whatever, you're not talking to somebody. If you don't talk to them by text, you ain't talking. Because we don't talk to each other face to face. And that was kind of, that was one of the nuggets that was brought up in the movie. And the crazy thing was that they couldn't communicate with each other verbally. The doppelgangers, they didn't talk. They did not talk. But they were able to do the hands across America. And here we are, the intelligent race. And we can't even come together and do something like that. So, yeah, it was crazy. So, I thought the movie, kind of broke up some of the stereotypes surrounding black men and black women. I think I talked about that. There was a little bit of symbolism of Jesus and Christianity, in the showing of Jeremiah 11:11. And then there was this guy that, was stretched out. His hands was bleeding. I saw
but he was the first one doing the hands across America. Probably.
Why? Why you say that?
Because that's the way hands across America was. He's waiting for somebody to hold my hand.
Bye.
Hold my hand.
Okay, so.
Oh, but you know what I did like? I want to say this. For it being a horror movie, this is one of the rare ones that didn't have anybody women
I'm trying to see if you are in the shot. Go ahead.
Women just panicking and going, ah, and running and falling.
Running and falling, right. There was no running and falling in this movie. Like, none of the women fell. Because women always fall. When they running from the killer, they're going to fall. You just know it.
From the killer, I usually fall sometimes.
You fall all the time.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen. If they was running, they was running. All that screaming and hollering that women do in most horror movies, that didn't go on. They really showed, like Lupita was whooping some ass in this movie, for real. That girl had that fire place poker thing, and she was wearing people. She was wearing that. She was wearing people out with that thing. So there was a homage to The Shining. It was a set of twins in this movie. They were killed, child. Ooh, and their death was just like, just killed them. Killed! You hear me?
Reference to Room 237.
Oh, and that was another reference to The Shining. And it was like references to other, some other horror movie too, but I can't remember what it was. Jaws and...
The Lost Boys. That was the...
Yeah, but see, I don't know what that is, though.
See, that was when she said, oh, they're filming at the carnival.
Oh, okay.
That was... Because it was... The Lost Boys was filmed...
The Lost Boys was filmed at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The movie was mostly based at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and they were in Santa Cruz when all this stuff happened to them.
You know what would be cool if they had that actual funhouse there?
I don't think they have a funhouse there, though.
That
would be cool, but I don't think they do.
They probably put that in.
I don't think they have any. No, babe. The rides and stuff are up the stairs. I don't think they have anything down on the beach.
Yeah, but they can put
where they
attraction
actually.
in.
Yeah, they could, but I doubt it. Do you know how many people would? That thing would be crowded all the
It
time.
sure would be.
So I love the soundtrack to this movie. Every time I got 5 on it came on, I was like, yeah, Bay Area.
Whatever.
Yes, I enjoyed the movie. I really did, and I think that Gordon Peele, what's his name?
I don't know, man. Shoot, Gordon, Jordan.
I think it's
Banana
Gordon.
Peel, who knows?
I think it's Gordon Peele. I hope he don't see this movie and be like, she don't even know what my damn name is. See this video and be like, really?
You know, he always gonna look at your videos.
Everybody looks at my
Everybody
videos.
looks at your videos.
He did a great job, and I really like him as a writer and a director because I know that when he puts African Americans in his movies, he is not going to put us in there with those stereotypes like we're not going to be drug dealers and pimps and hoes and all of that. He shows us in a positive light. Like these were two just regular black folks, college educated. You can tell that they were college educated. It is a lot of black people out here that are college educated and take care of their children. Their children are not cussing them out and smoking weed and acting a fool. That does not go on in every black family. All black women don't pop their necks and cuss out their husbands and boyfriends. No, we don't do that. There are black women who have major respect for their bodies, their husbands, their boyfriends, their children. And when I see a movie that shows us in a positive light like that, yes.
But all that's already expressed in the Cosby Show. We got the Cosbys for that, so.
No, but I want to see it in the big screen though, because the Cosby's show is now tainted, unfortunately.
They're gonna make a Cosby movie. Cosby Show movie. Watch.
So, Lupita, girl, you are beautiful. If Lupita ever see this video, Lupita, you are beautiful. You have beautiful skin. I love the fact that she had her natural hair. They didn't give her no janky weave and wig and all of that kind of stuff. She was beautiful. Her hair was beautiful. She didn't have on a whole lot of makeup. They weren't trying to make her look more light-skinned and all that kind of stuff. She was just beautiful. That black chocolate skin, just the radiating beauty and light and melanin. Did you get it? I wanted to make sure they understood that I thought Lupita was beautiful. Okay. That's it, y'all. I enjoyed the movie. And one thing about Gordon Peele's movies, Jordan.
Why don't you just say Mr. Peele?
Mr. Peele. One thing about his movies is it does give you, his movies give you something to think about and to talk about. If your brain is, if you had that type of brain that you see things and talk about it, this is the movie for you. If stuff goes over your head, if you go see this movie and you don't really understand what was going on and you hated it, it went over your head. It did.
That's okay.
And that's okay. Because some of y'all just want to be entertained.
Don't freak, it's just a movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you say damn?
I think you said damn.
No, you said damn.
I say damn.
Some people just want to be entertained. I happen to like movies that I can come home and talk about. We always talk about them on the way home. Movies that I go see.
If we like the movie.
Yeah, if we like the movie.
We done seen some duds in the past couple of weeks.
And if we don't talk about it, if we look at each other crazy when we get in the car, then that movie just wasn't it. But if we can really come out of the movie theater, get to the car, and talk about the movie all the way home. It was a good movie. So go see it if you want to. If you don't, just take my 20-minute. This video is 20 minutes long.
Shame on you.
Okay, I'm finna go, y'all. Go watch the movie, though. Okay? I love you. Bye.
They better have seen it by now because you didn't spoil everything.
Well, I told y'all this was a spoiler, right? In the first.
Yeah. You better put that in your title.
I did. I put it in the title. I love you guys. Bye.